Right, you are welcome to this very video. My name is Lucky O. Joseph, PhD, BL. I'm a practicing lawyer brought to the Nigerian bar by the body of benchers. This course is a part of medical law and forensic medicine in a nutshell. This is the title of this book you are seeing on the screen, and this very lecture is a part of this very book. And this book is also annexed with the National Health Act 2014. So if you're interested in having a copy of this book, just send me a DM or you contact me on WhatsApp plus 234-815-745-8711. So I'll be talking about globalization of patients' rights. As it is, you know that the healthcare of today is no longer confined to local hospitals or national borders. So this means that as it was in those days where the activities and actions, or if you like, conduct of healthcare professionals were confined to the particular area or jurisdiction where they practice. Today is a different ball game. The conduct of a healthcare professional in a local hospital can become a subject of international discourse or debate. Of course, as a part of globalization of patient rights, we now have telemedicine and digital health. And this has also gone a long way to expand patient access to healthcare beyond their immediate environment. So what this means is that it is possible for a doctor, say in faraway United Kingdom, to attend to a patient in Nigeria and vice versa, or be able to have a professional discourse or offer a real-time professional advice that will lead to good quality treatment of a patient. Also, due to globalization, today patients can compare global standards and demand similar rights in their local community. Because with the advent of electronic channels or the internet system, it is possible that through real-time telecommunication processes, a patient will be able to assess what the standard of care is in a particular jurisdiction far away from his local environment. Also, medical practices are now exposed to global scrutiny. What that means is that the action of a healthcare professional in a local environment or in a particular faraway jurisdiction can be made available through e-channels from one part of the globe to another. And that is to say that the healthcare professional of today should be mindful of how he carries out his or her duties, because his duties or standard of practice may be exposed in such a way that it will come under global scrutiny. Now, the impact of globalization, though, is deducible from the previous discourse I had. It enables patients to access international patient rights information. For example, we have the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. So a patient in Nigeria can be able to access those part of the provisions of that charter to be able to define his or her own rights and expect that it should be treated in consonant with those rights. Especially that various countries of the world are now domesticating the provisions of charter or articles that are found in international legal frameworks. The courts worldwide address patient rights issue publicly. We all know that the court, as a matter of fact, is a public place. It's a public institution, and there is nothing hidden about the proceedings that usually go on in court. The public have the right to come and listen to the proceeding in court and so on and so forth, except in some very few cases. That is cases of exceptions where proceedings in court may be held in a confidential place. Otherwise, it is thrown open for everybody to see. And when a matter of patient right comes into focus for adjudication in court, such right becomes a public issue. The healthcare provider must meet global expectation because of all this that are happening, because of globalization. It is very important that if you're a healthcare provider or healthcare practitioner, or whether I say medical practitioner or healthcare practitioner, you should be mindful of how you carry out your delivering of healthcare services, because the international best practice standard is required for all healthcare providers, irrespective of the part of the globe where they find themselves. And this also help to increase accountability across jurisdiction. It means that if healthcare professional is aware of the fact that his conduct is under public scrutiny, and that he owes the society as a whole a general level of accountability, that will make the healthcare professional to be more concerned, discreet, and responsive to delivering of quality healthcare service to a patient. Now, cultural exchange in healthcare is also occasioned by globalization, because when migrants and travelers bring healthcare move from one place to another, they bring along with them healthcare expectations that they would like that they too should be treated with in their own jurisdiction. Poor treatment of patients therefore fuels advocacy and reform. Where a patient is treated in a very poor manner in a particular jurisdiction, given the fact that such a patient has a global expectation of what is expect of how he or she should be treated, definitely that will have a way of making sure that there is advocacy for reform. And globalization also has helped government to align laws with international standards. Like like as I said, or as an example, with respect to African Charter on Human and People's Rights. So government now try to align their laws in such a way that they are not operating outside what is internationally required as the best standard of practice. Human rights framework shape patients' rights, and this is not something that we say for granted, because health organization must realize the fact that there are human rights framework they have to respect when it comes to attending to their patient, because a fraction of such of the right of a patient can gather human rights activists to take up such matter in court against the every healthcare facility or a healthcare or medical professional. Now, there is also what is called digitalization of patients' rights. Today, we have what is referred to as electronic health records and teleconsultations, just like when I was talking about telemedicine. Today, too, a lot of people do know, a lot of hospitals or facilities have moved away from the use of analog system of health record to digital health record system. So this help patients to have faster access to health information, or receive faster level care or receive access to care in a faster manner. So emergence of digitalization has of course compromised its on respect patients' right to privacy. But in this respect, there are jurisdictions that have put in place data control laws to ensure that the privacy of patients is not compromised. So I will stop here so far. Like I said, if you are interested in having a copy of this book, just send me a DM uh, or contact me on my WhatsApp plus 234-815-745-8711. Thank you and see you in my next video.